Most Americans are worried about outliving their money, but what if the answer to lifelong wealth is hidden across the Pacific? Japan, despite its aging population, holds one of the highest personal savings rates in the world. Their methods aren't based on luck or risky investments. They're rooted in centuries of wisdom, discipline, and strategy. These wealth secrets are rarely taught in the West, yet they hold the power to transform your retirement. The question is, why is no one talking about them? Secret number 1, the power of Hara Hachi Bu. Spend less than you earn, always in Okinawa, Japan, home to one of the world's highest concentrations of people over 100 years old. There's a phrase repeated at nearly every meal, Hara Hachi Bu. It means eat until you're 80% full. But this principle isn't just about food. It's a deep cultural value that teaches self-control, balance, and foresight. And when applied to money, it becomes one of the most powerful wealth-building habits imaginable. Live on 80% of your income. Most Americans do the opposite. According to the Federal Reserve, over 60% of U.S. adults live paycheck to paycheck, and 1 in 3 has no savings for emergencies. The problem isn't income, it's behavior. Hara Hachi Bu is about building a buffer between what you earn and what you spend always. That extra 20% becomes your tool for freedom, peace of mind, and future wealth. Warren Buffett has long said, "Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving." The Japanese do exactly that. They treat saving not as an afterthought, but as the first priority. It's not a matter of how much you make, it's how much you keep. In practical terms, this means creating a lifestyle that feels satisfying at 80% capacity. It means buying a reliable car, not a flashy one, cooking at home more often, tracking spending without obsessing, and automating savings before the money hits your checking account. Living with this discipline can feel like sacrifice at first, but it's actually a form of freedom. It removes financial anxiety, prepares you for unexpected shocks, and steadily builds real wealth in a way most people never experience. Secret number 2, Kaizen. The habit of small, consistent improvements. While many people wait for the perfect time to overhaul their finances, the Japanese follow a different philosophy. Kaizen, a mindset of continuous, small improvements. Instead of chasing overnight success or radical change, Kaizen is about making slow, steady progress. And when it comes to building wealth, this principle is a quiet powerhouse. Kaizen isn't flashy. It doesn't make headlines. But it works. In Japan, it's used in everything from Toyota's manufacturing process to personal budgeting. The idea is simple. Make small, daily improvements that compound over time. This mindset is especially powerful for Americans nearing retirement because it offers a path to stability, even if you're starting late. Think about this. If you increase your retirement contributions by just 1% each year, over a decade, that can translate into tens of thousands of dollars more at retirement without major lifestyle changes. That's Kaizen. It's reviewing your spending once a month, finding one subscription to cancel, one expense to cut, and reinvesting that into your future. Warren Buffett, though not Japanese, embodies this mindset. His strategy is famously patient and consistent. He reinvests dividends. He avoids unnecessary risk. And most importantly, he never chases quick wins. Buffett's wealth wasn't built on one big move. It came from a lifetime of small, smart decisions. Kaizen also brings peace of mind. Instead of being overwhelmed by the complexity of retirement planning, you focus on what you can control today. That might mean setting up automatic transfers to a Roth IRA, or calling your advisor to rebalance your portfolio, or even just reading one article that helps you make a smarter decision. Success doesn't require a financial revolution. It starts with one small, intentional step taken every single day. Secret number 3, minimalism and anti-consumerism. In Japan, owning less isn't a sign of poverty, it's a sign of wisdom. The average Japanese home is modest in size, and material possessions are chosen with intention, not impulse. This isn't just cultural, it's financial. The mindset of minimalism and anti-consumerism plays a major role in how many Japanese families quietly build wealth while avoiding the traps that drain American households. In the U.S., the pressure to spend is relentless. The average American household carries over $7,000 in credit card debt, often fueled by lifestyle inflation and emotional spending. We're told to treat ourselves, and we mistake possessions for progress. But in Japan, there's a quiet resistance to this way of life. Instead of asking, "Can I afford this?" they ask, "Do I need this?" Minimalism is not about deprivation. It's about clarity. It means fewer distractions, fewer payments, and more freedom. Every dollar you don't spend is a dollar that can be invested, saved, or used to buy back your time. This philosophy aligns closely with Warren Buffett's lifestyle. Despite being one of the wealthiest people in the world, Buffett still lives in the same house he bought in 1958. He's not impressed by luxury. He's focused on value. That's minimalism in action. When you adopt anti-consumerism, your entire financial trajectory changes. Suddenly, you're not upgrading your car every 3 years. You're not chasing the latest gadgets or wasting money on things that lose value the moment you buy them. Instead, you're preserving capital, building wealth, and gaining control. Minimalism isn't about having less, it's about needing less. And in a world driven by consumption, choosing simplicity is one of the most radical and financially powerful decisions you can make. Secret number 4, multi-generational wealth. Planning. In Japanese culture, wealth is not seen as something for just one generation. It's a legacy to be protected and passed on. Families think in terms of decades, not years, and that long-term mindset leads to financial habits that create strength, stability, and opportunity not just for retirement, but for children and even grandchildren. While many Americans focus solely on their own retirement, Japanese families often plan in layers. Parents help children open savings accounts from a young age. Investments are structured with future generations in mind. Wills and inheritance plans are taken seriously and discussed openly, something that still feels taboo in many American households. This kind of planning isn't only cultural, it's strategic. By setting up tax-advantaged accounts early, transferring knowledge about money management, and avoiding wealth-destroying habits like debt accumulation, families create a financial ecosystem that lasts. Instead of each generation starting from zero, the next builds on the last. Warren Buffett has emphasized this principle as well, not in the form of giving his children unearned wealth, but by teaching them how money works. He often says, "Someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago." That's exactly what multi-generational wealth planning is about, planting trees you may never sit under, but your family will. Practically, this means having honest conversations with loved ones about retirement plans, estate strategies, and insurance coverage. It means making sure your beneficiaries are up to date, setting up trusts if necessary, and minimizing tax burdens through early preparation. Most importantly, it means shifting your mindset. Wealth is not just for you, it's a foundation. The earlier you start thinking generationally, the more powerful and lasting your financial legacy becomes. Secret number 5, community over competition. In American culture, success is often seen as an individual pursuit. Climb the ladder, beat the market, retire early, alone. But in Japan, the opposite is true. Community comes before competition. Financial stability isn't built in isolation. It's nurtured through shared responsibility, mutual support, and strong social ties. This mindset doesn't just create emotional well-being, it creates economic resilience. In Japan, neighborhood cooperatives are common. Families often pool resources to reduce costs from food to childcare. Elderly parents frequently live with or near their children, eliminating the need for expensive long-term care facilities. Friends and family share knowledge, tools, and even financial responsibilities. The result? A reduction in individual financial stress and a built-in safety net that money alone can't buy. Compare this to the U.S., where isolation is a major driver of financial vulnerability. Nearly 1 in 4 Americans over 65 lives alone. And when unexpected events strike, a health issue, job loss, or market crash, many people have no one to turn to. They rely solely on their savings or worse, credit cards and loans. That's not just lonely, it's dangerous. Warren Buffett himself is a product of community thinking. His success isn't just due to his intellect. It's the result of lifelong partnerships, mentors like Benjamin Graham, and a deep respect for shared wisdom. He builds trust. He builds alliances. He avoids zero-sum games. The takeaway? Don't build your retirement plan in a vacuum. Surround yourself with people who are also thinking long-term. Join financial literacy groups, start conversations with family about shared goals. Look for ways to collaborate, not compete. Because wealth isn't just about numbers, it's about connection. And when financial planning becomes a team effort, everyone becomes stronger. Secret number 6, emergency funds are sacred. In Japan, dipping into your savings for anything but a true emergency is seen as a failure of discipline. There's a cultural reverence for preparedness, an unspoken rule that financial crises must be anticipated, not reacted to. This mindset has helped Japanese households weather economic shocks more gracefully than many Americans who often scramble when the unexpected strikes. Let's face the numbers. Over 50% of Americans can't cover a $1,000 emergency without borrowing, according to Bankrate. That statistic isn't just alarming, it's dangerous. Medical bills, car repairs, job loss, these are not if events, they're when events. And when you're unprepared, the costs compound. High interest debt, stress, delayed retirement, and sometimes even bankruptcy. In Japan, building an emergency fund isn't optional, it's foundational. It's treated with the same respect as a mortgage payment or a child's education. Many families maintain a minimum of 3 to 6 months' worth of expenses kept in liquid and safe accounts. Not for investing, not for spending, only for protection. Warren Buffett shares a similar principle. While he's known for investing billions, he also holds significant cash reserves. Why? To stay flexible, to act when others panic, to avoid ever having to sell in desperation. Liquidity equals security. For retirees and pre-retirees, this principle is even more urgent. Medicare doesn't cover everything. Markets can crash. Life happens. And without a sacred emergency fund, a single unexpected expense can undo years of progress. Start with 1 month of expenses, build to 3, then 6. Automate it. Park it somewhere safe. And most importantly, treat it as untouchable, because the peace of mind that comes from being prepared is worth far more than any short-term gain. Secret number 7, long-term thinking and patience in investing. In Japan, the idea of getting rich quickly is not just unrealistic, it's seen as foolish. The cultural preference is for stability over speed, preservation over speculation. This mindset leads to investment habits rooted in long-term thinking and discipline, values that mirror the strategies of one of the most successful investors of all time, Warren Buffett. Japanese investors typically favor slow, steady growth. They prioritize companies with strong fundamentals and long-term potential rather than chasing the latest trends or reacting emotionally to market swings. While this approach may lack excitement, it delivers something far more valuable: resilience. Now compare this with how many Americans invest, jumping in and out of markets, trying to time the next hot stock, or panicking during downturns. According to a Dalbar study, the average U.S. equity investor significantly underperforms the market, largely due to emotional decisions and short-term behavior. Buffett once said, "The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient." That's exactly what the Japanese approach embraces. Patience is not passive. It's powerful. It means choosing investments you can hold for decades, not days. It means focusing on dividend growth, compound interest, and consistent contributions, not the next big win. This kind of thinking is essential as you approach retirement. At this stage, consistency matters more than chasing high returns. It's about balancing risk, staying invested, and having the discipline to ride out volatility with a clear strategy. Japanese investors do this well because they don't chase excitement. They chase endurance. You don't need to outsmart the market. You just need to outlast it. And that starts with letting go of short-term noise and committing to a long-term vision. Because in retirement, time is no longer on your side, but your habits still are. Secret number 8, the wisdom of Mottainai. Don't waste anything, especially money. In Japan, there's a single word that carries deep meaning: Mottainai. It expresses regret over waste of time, resources, energy, and especially money. It's not just a phrase, it's a way of life. And for anyone serious about protecting their retirement, adopting this mindset can be transformative. Mottainai teaches respect for what you already have. In financial terms, it means questioning every purchase, maximizing every dollar, and recognizing the hidden costs of carelessness. It's about squeezing value out of your money, not through extreme frugality, but through deep intentionality. In American culture, waste is normalized. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average household throws away thousands of dollars each year on unused subscriptions, food waste, impulse purchases, and avoidable fees. It's silent, it's gradual, and it's devastating to long-term wealth. The Japanese see this differently. They repair instead of replace. They optimize before upgrading. They avoid unnecessary transactions and take pride in stretching the usefulness of every item. It's not about being cheap, it's about being wise. This echoes Warren Buffett's philosophy exactly. He once said, "The chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken." Buffett doesn't waste capital, not his, and not Berkshire Hathaway's. Every dollar is a soldier. Wasting it weakens your army. Applying Mottainai to your retirement plan means reviewing your expenses with a new lens. Are you paying for things that no longer bring value? Are you overinsured, underinsured, or letting fees quietly eat into your investments? Are there resources you're not fully using? Respect your money, track it, preserve it, multiply it, because in retirement, the cost of waste is more than financial. It's your time, your peace, and your security.